Hey YouTube, my guest tonight is a very special person. 9 months ago, he was diagnosed with cancer, but with much strength and resilience, he fought it and he is now cancer-free. He is here tonight on the show to share his story. Please help me welcome basketball player, student, and a cancer-free patient, Teja Ngulia Mekro. Hey Teja.
Hi Zaran.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well too.
I am also doing really well. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You were not well a few months ago. How are you doing now?
By God's grace, I'm doing much better now. I've been going through some rehabilitation programs and everything's fine for now, yeah.
I'm glad to know that. And I hope that you're not nervous tonight.
A little bit. I won't lie.
Okay, so where are you joining me from?
From Jotsoma. Straight from Jotsoma, yeah.
How is the weather, may I know?
It's getting cold. It's transitioning into winter, so we're enjoying it.
I feel like in Jotsoma the weather is just cold throughout the year.
Yeah,
Would you say that?
Kind of, yeah. Hardly hardly any sun.
Surely. I'm really glad to know that you're doing much better now, Teja.
Thank you so
really
much.
Glad.
Thank you so much.
Last January, you were diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia.
Yeah.
How were you diagnosed?
Actually, I didn't, see any symptoms. I was, playing as usual. We were actually, participating in the South Zone Inter-University Tournament, which is held all over India. So I was playing for my university there, and it was held in Bangalore. That's where it happened. I was warming up for our first match, and then I suddenly had this acute chest pain. So I just thought it was some, just normal problems like gastric or something. So I didn't care to, go to the hospital. But fortunately, I met a very good, medical officer there from Christ University. Madam Pinto is her name. So she, advised me to go and check myself out from the hospital. So I went and I took some blood tests, and from St. John's
That's how you came to know.
Yeah. That's how I came to know that I had, cancer.
So before then, you did not know at all. But you were experiencing a severe chest pain during your practice sessions. Is that it?
Yes, it was all right. It started, for example, it started in the morning, and then it suddenly happened while we were warming up.
And when you were diagnosed, what were you feeling at that moment?
It was, I thought like it was a dream. I hope that it was a dream, so because I was all alone in the hospital there. I had some of my teammates who were looking after me, but they also had to leave because of some matches. So I was all alone, and it was it was a very difficult time.
So when the doctors told you that you were diagnosed with cancer, what was your initial response to that?
I was like, the first thing that came to my mind was, how long am I gonna live? How many days I have left? And that was the first thing that came to my mind.
It must have scared you.
A lot, very much.
Were you, in a way, thinking that, oh, my dreams and aspirations are also now gone, in a way?
Yeah, but the first thing that came to my mind when it all happened was, basketball was secondary. The first thing was leaving behind my family, and then, those things were really difficult. Yeah.
And how did your parents come to know about it, about you being diagnosed?
Actually, the doctor, advised me not to tell my parents.
Why so?
Because my parents were already on their way, because I was not feeling well. Which was my dad and my brother was on their way. So the doctor advised, like, let them reach first, then only we'll disclose about the diagnosis.
But you decided to tell them, or?
No, I waited for them to arrive. I had to I let them travel in peace. So that was the doctor's advice. So I had to stick to it.
So what was their reaction to hearing about the news?
There's something that often happens in hospitals, which is misdiagnosis. So my parents, my brothers, all of my family members, friends, we were all hoping that it was a misdiagnosis. But unfortunately, and also fortunately, we were able to detect it at the right time. So it was like that.
And you were just 23.
Yeah, I was 23 years old.
It must have really scared you.
Yeah, it did.
The doctors, did they in any way say that you wouldn't make it?
No, nothing is sure with cancer. But also the good side is you have a chance to survive. So they said, like, if you go through the treatment, you're able to complete it, then you have a very high chance of survival. Don't worry about it. They were all, encouraging me and asking me to stay positive. Yeah.
And I'm really glad that you stayed positive. You fought it. You got through it, and here you are, Teja. I know that it must have been extremely painful when you were undergoing chemo for 5 months, but what was that feeling like, being under treatment for about 5 months?
It was very intense. It was aggressive chemo, so I had to take it one day at a time. I was not too hopeful also. I was ready to face whatever was coming my way, so that was my decision from the first time I was diagnosed. So I had to take it one day at a time, and yeah, I think I handled it pretty well.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. What kept you going in those moments?
So many factors. First of all, my family, then family and God, of course. My faith. Those were the biggest things, and my friends, my teammates, and my professors, teachers, everyone kept encouraging me, day in, day out. So those were the things that encouraged me a lot and helped me stay positive.
Yeah. And I believe that your coach was also one of the most motivating persons who encouraged you to stay stronger.
Yeah, he did. And he also, he was very helpful throughout the treatment. He arranged so many blood donors and everything, and he was always around when I needed him. So I'm very thankful to him also.
Truly, when you go back to now you being here and when you were diagnosed and under treatment, how would you say the journey has been, you being stronger now?
Definitely a lot stronger, especially in faith in Christ. So, it was kind of a blessing that I had to go through such a thing. It's always about turning bad situations into good ones, and I think this is one of them. Yeah.
You really got through it, Teja. You did.
Yeah, thanks to God and everyone who helped me.
And on May 15th, 2022, you were declared cancer-free by your doctors.
Yes,
what was that feeling like? I want to know.
It was surreal, to be honest. Because, still, most of us are unaware of the medical advancements, the modern medicine, how much it has progressed in the past years until now. So it's kind of bad actually that I did not have trust in medicine also at first. But when I was declared cancer-free, it felt surreal because I felt like it's a miracle, of course. So it was. I think it's the biggest victory I've ever had till now. Yeah.
So when you were under treatment and when you were in the hospital bed, did it ever strike to you that maybe you wouldn't make it, or maybe you wouldn't see a daylight again?
Oh yeah, it did, especially in the first month. It's actually called the induction period of the chemotherapy. It's where the patient suffers the most. So during that time, my health declined to the lowest extent, and I thought I wouldn't make it out alive. But I did, and I'm grateful for that.
Like I said, you pushed through it and you were so resilient in making it out. I'm glad that you did not give up even for a single second, Teja.
Yeah, that was the only option actually, to not give up. Yeah.
Yes. How is your family right now? They must be extremely really happy and relieved at the same time also.
Yeah, we're all bonding pretty well, like better than before, because we realized that life is short, and we have to make use of the good things and the little things in life, and we have to be happy about it.
Were you as calm as your dad was? Because in one of your interviews you were mentioning that your dad was a very calm person.
Yeah, he is. He's someone who has been through lots of hardships in life and lots of adversity. So I'm sure that he must have been troubled by the news too, but he decided to stay calm, and I think that's very important. So that is a very good experience, like very big experience, and it's something that we should always keep in mind when we're going through hardships. Yeah.
What about your mommy?
Yeah, she is like like any other mom. She was worried.
Of course, of
That's how mothers
course.
are. But she was, she kept motivating me, and like mothers are like, how do I say, the light of the family. So yeah, that was her
Truly.
role. Yeah.
Hmm. You made it back to your whole entire family.
Yeah.
And soon after you were declared cancer free, of course, after a while, you were also selected for the Nagaland Olympics, men's basketball. Is that right?
Yes, yes, yes.
What was that feeling like being out in the game after such a long time?
It was, something that cannot be expressed in words. Of course, it was one of the like it's, having my favorite thing back, which is basketball. So grateful to the Nagaland, Basketball Association, Kohima District Basketball Association for giving me the opportunity as well. They believed in me, and who would believe in someone who has been through cancer? And within 2 months, I was, back in the team. So grateful to them for the opportunity. Yeah.
But in order to play, you also had to now train a lot from scratch, right?
Yes, yes, yes. So it started from walking and all those things. Yeah. Learning to walk again, yeah.
And what else? Walking and what else?
Walking, strengthening mostly, and all it was like being reborn. Yeah.
But look at what happened. You played for Kohima and your team won gold. How incredible is that?
Yep, yep. Yeah. It was like the biggest battle I've ever won. So it was really nice. Yeah.
You love basketball, don't
Yeah, I
you?
do it.
I used to see you in Science College playing for teams here and there. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, back in Science.
So
Yeah, we were, I think you're also an alumni of Science College, as far as I remember.
I am. We both are, I suppose.
Yeah, we both are.
And I'm really happy to see you, striving and going forward for your dreams to
thank
be
you
a
so much.
basketball player. And how tall do you stand? 6 feet, I suppose.
Yes, officially 6 feet tall.
That is tall, man.
Yeah, for Asians.
Asians, correct. You also trained in Barcelona for about 9 months in Europe Basketball Academy, right?
Yes.
I remember that moment when you went. I remember.
I was there for, I think I went twice. I was there for
Twice.
like, I think 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, actually it's only for 9 months, but I've been there twice. Yeah.
How did you get selected?
Actually, it was through social media, Facebook, Instagram. It's the platform where I post my videos usually of myself playing, practicing, and fortunately I came across an agent, a FIBA agent who worked for the academy there, Euro Basketball Academy. So he approached me and he asked me if I'm interested to become a professional someday.
And what did you say?
I said, of course I'm interested, but I have to talk to my family first.
Of course, yes. And what else?
Yeah, so it was like that, and my family, so grateful to them for agreeing with my decision, and also encouraging me and pushing me through all those things. So
And then fast forward, you went to Spain, Barcelona. You were in a very unknown place.
Yes, yes.
What were you feeling after landing?
It's funny actually. The first time I was there, it felt like a very, very big world. Everyone says it's a small world we live in, but actually that moment felt pretty big. The first time I went there were so many professional players, already established players who were coming there to hone their skills, and I was just a village boy who studied in Science College, just playing Winfest and some local tournaments. So there was a huge gap when it came to basketball, be it knowledge or be it skills or any physical traits, everything, they were much superior. So it was a very big challenge which I realized when I got there. Yeah.
Besides seeing the people, the professionalism, how was their culture, their food? Do tell me.
The food I really enjoyed, but I had to maintain the strict diet which my academy placed. The culture, the people there are really friendly. They mind their own business, and I do too. So it's a very peaceful place to live in, and the work culture is something that's on another level, especially with athletes. It's one of the reasons that Spain is number 2 in the world when it comes to basketball. Yeah.
Do you miss it?
Of course
Do you
I do.
miss
Of course
Barcelona?
I do.
Do you wish you could go back again?
Of course I wish. Unfortunately, my visa was, the extension was denied. So I had to come back to India, and play here in India.
How long has it been since you came back from Barcelona?
I came back in the year 2019. So I think it's been three years, to be precise.
Wow. I hope that someday you get to go back again.
Yeah, hopefully. I plan to.
You, please correct me if I'm wrong, but you also got 100% full scholarship to study in, I forgot the university.
Satyabama.
In Bangalore. Satyabama.
In Chennai, yeah.
How did you get that scholarship again?
First of all, the first Naga who received the scholarship to go play in Chennai was, he is currently the captain of the Nagaland basketball team, Salu Kadete, if you've heard. He was the one who went there. So basically, he paved the way for the Nagas, basketball players there in South India. So that's how I came to know. But the one who got me a scholarship and introduced me there was Madam Prasanna Jayashankar. She is the former Indian captain of the women's team also, and she has been, she is a very well-renowned basketball coach in India. So through her, she asked me to try there, and I went for the trials, and so.
And you got it.
Yeah, I got it. So grateful to the coaching staff there at Satyabama.
And how has the journey been so far? Studying there, practicing there.
It's the best place, to inculcate the habit of being disciplined. Because we wake up in the morning at 5 a.m., get to practice at 5:30, then we have to attend classes at 8:30, come back, then practice, then do assignments. So it's very hectic, but also very challenging and interesting.
5 years from now, where do you see yourself?
5 years from now, this year I would like to take some rest, but I'm planning to pursue my dream of become a professional someday. So hopefully I become a professional in 5 years. I have to.
Where do you want to play?
Yeah, there's pro leagues which are coming up in India. So it's always nice playing in your country, and then representing your hometown and your area, or hopefully some clubs comes out from Northeast that we'll be able to represent.
5 years from now, I hope that you get to achieve everything that you've just mentioned. Okay, Teja?
Thank you so much.
I'm truly rooting for you, 100%.
Thank you so much.
I know that you've been through a lot, but is there anything that you want to say to anyone who is fighting cancer today?
Especially to the ones who are presently diagnosed, just to have faith in God first of all, then have faith in the doctors also, because earlier in the years cancer was something that it was like a death certificate, but things have changed. There's so much of medical advancements. Modern medicine is they're capable of so big things. So getting cured and getting into remission it's something that's not impossible. So always keep fighting.
Truly, I hope they hear you as well. I hope. Is there anything you want to say to young upcoming basketball players?
I'll tell them to keep working. Face challenges. Don't run away from it. Go to new places. Experience new ideas. Then you can always share the knowledge back home. So because it's challenges that makes us into who we are. So never shy away or run away from it. Whatever people may say, like sports is not good for your career. Whatever they may say, if you work hard for it, then anything is possible. That's what I want to say.
Your mommy, your daddy, your friends, they've all been a huge support system in your life, I suppose.
Yes.
Would you like to say anything to them?
Yeah, I would like to thank them, and I would also thank my brothers especially, because they're the ones who encouraged me to playing basketball, and they've always been there through my ups and downs. So, yeah, that's what I want to say. Thank you.
Teja, I am so glad that I have had you here on
Thank you
the
so much for
show.
having me.
Thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you
Okay,
so much for having me. Yeah.
and I'm truly inspired by your story. Keep fighting.
All right. Thank you so much.